Hi guys, you're welcome to another edition on the AfroCinet podcast. And today I have the privilege to talk with somebody special, my friend here, and we are going to be doing a basic discussion and talking about coming to study in Germany. And so we are going to dive right in. This is the AfroCinet podcast where we discuss realities, where we discuss legal migration to Germany, living in Germany and studying here, working, and any other thing related to staying in Germany. So you're welcome.
Thank you. Honored to be here. Thank you, Stanley.
You're welcome. So we'll begin by knowing exactly who you are. Can you tell us?
Of
Because
course.
me talking here, as everybody knows, I am Senator Kelesi. So who are you? Tell us.
Of course. Thank you, first of all. Thank you. So, my name is Aftab, and I come from the southern part of India.
Okay.
And I came all the way from India to Germany to pursue my master's in medical engineering.
Okay.
And back in India, I was a biomedical engineer working as an in house service technician as a
Okay.
biomedical engineer in the hospital.
All right. So all the way from India, southern part of India, right?
Yes, that's
Okay.
correct.
And you said back in India, you worked as an in-house medical service engineer.
Correct. That's correct.
And what was involved in that role? Can you tell our audience what was involved in that role?
Yeah, of course. So, biomedical service technician or a biomedical engineer in the hospital
Yeah.
actually takes care of all of the equipments in the hospital, right from the everyday preventive maintenance, everyday checklist.
Yeah.
So, and then if a machine breaks down, and then you go repair, and then you decide what equipments are needed for the hospital. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a very interesting job role. So basically, doctors are for people, and you are the doctors for the machines.
Oh, that is nice. I like that other part of it. It will interest you to know that I had also worked in that role just before I moved to Germany to do my master's. And then one thing that is common between the two of us is the fact that we studied in the same institution, University of Heidelberg.
That is correct.
What can you say about this institution to anybody who is watching and thinking of studying in Germany? What can
Of
you
course.
tell the person about Heidelberg University?
I would say practically the most beautiful university that I've ever seen in Germany,
Okay.
and the biggest as well, the biggest and the oldest as well.
Yeah.
Keeping that aside, keeping the fun part aside,
Yeah.
very lovely faculty, because every faculty knows what they are teaching,
Okay.
because that is what you need apart from the facet, apart from the campuses, the big infrastructure, the oldest,
Yeah.
whatever it is. You need the right faculty, right?
Yeah.
And Heidelberg University gives you that.
All right. Thank you. Let me take you a little back to India.
Okay.
How did you get to know about Heidelberg University? And then what motivated you to come to Germany? We'd like to hear all this background before we come back to Germany again.
Of course, of
Yeah.
course. So, going back to the time when I was working as a biomedical engineer in the hospital,
Yeah.
I used to see a lot of machines with the tag "Made in Germany" everywhere. Every
Okay.
machine that I touch, made in Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is where the idea came that if I'm working here on the inside of Germany, inside of the machines,
Yeah.
why not go directly to the heart of it, where it is manufactured? So that is where the starting step was made.
Okay.
And then when I was seeing for courses, since my bachelor was in biomedical engineering and my experience was also as a biomedical engineer,
Yeah.
I wanted to move forward to actually capitalize on what my strength is.
Okay.
I did not want it to start fresh. I wanted to capitalize on it. And I was looking for biomedical courses, and the Heidelberg University had a very unique course tailored to us.
Okay.
So that is what struck me to apply.
All right, thank you very much. And viewers, everybody watching the AfroCinet podcast, I will like to say that everything starts with a dream. Everything starts where somebody is intrigued by something new. And our friend here was intrigued by the fact that he was working with equipment that are made in Germany. And then he thought to pursue or to look for where this is and actually get to Germany and see where the actual thing happens. And then he thought of coming to Germany. He thought of coming here to study. And then I am using that to now say that you might be somewhere in India, in one corner of the world, Africa, South America, wheresoever, and you're thinking of doing something new. It starts with a dream, like it started with our friend here. Now, let me get back to you. What was your first impression when you got to Germany?
Oh, the cultural shock. Yes, everything is in German,
Okay,
So I landed, and I was under the assumption that people spoke English, but
okay,
yes, they do speak, but it is really, really better and makes your life 100 times easier
yeah,
if you know German. So
okay.
that was the biggest shock
It
for me.
makes it 100 times easier if you
Easier.
know German.
Yes.
I would like us to pick that because that is what I've been stressing on. People need to learn at least some German before coming here. I also fell into that shock because I came here without learning any German and it was difficult for me. So our friend here is saying that it makes it 100 times easier when you speak some German, which is very true. I said in the previous video that you get a lot of support when you can at least converse or talk to somebody in German. All right, thank you very much. Then, now that was the first impression, the shock that you got when you got here. How has it been till now?
Oof. In the first initial few days, adapting to the culture, the climate, getting to
Yeah,
know people, it was, of course, not an easy journey.
yeah,
But as time went beyond 6 months, yeah, it all made sense because I really love the work culture here. You have a really balanced work culture
yeah.
in which when it's work, it's only work, and you don't do overtime, and you have always have something to do
Okay.
apart from your job.
All right. Was it easy for you to integrate into the society in Germany?
Oh, since not knowing the language fluently was a bit hard, to be honest,
Yeah.
integrating into the society. But what the Germans really value more is, for you to have a hobby and go along with them.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
example, maybe go for a drink along with them after work, or maybe go cycling or trekking. Get into one of these hobbies, and that is where you can really, really integrate with the local people, with the local culture, and you
All
learn
right.
a lot.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now let us talk about your studies in Germany. What will you tell somebody, or what will you tell a young person who is hoping to come to Germany that was the high point of your studies here?
Okay, so if you're aspiring to come to Germany, then I would say congratulations, you have taken the right step.
Okay.
But on the other hand, please plan it 6 months before, at least,
Okay. At
because
least six
pre-planning,
months. Yeah.
yes, because pre-planning in Germany is very, very important, and you learn that on the way.
Yeah. Yeah. I will accept with you because in Germany, everything has to be planned at least 6 months earlier. Even sometimes planning an event,
Yes.
planning to meet somebody, you need to make a program. And what about your experience with the authorities settling down in Germany, registering your home, and all of that? What was your experience with that?
Okay, so when we talk about the visa slots and everything has been a very slow experience. So that
Okay.
is why right from India, at
Yeah.
least plan it 6 months in advance,
Yeah.
so that later on when you apply for the visa slot you're right on time. Even when
Okay.
I came after coming to Germany, initially I only got a fiction Bescheinigung, which is
Okay.
a fiction certificate in which
Yeah.
you're legal to live in Germany, but it's not the official residence permit or the residence permit card.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So it is important to plan well
Yes.
and also know that everything is slow sometimes. Bureaucracy,
Yes.
that is something that you should expect to see in Germany. Now, with your studies, will you say you have achieved your dream of coming to Germany? You have fulfilled. Was your expectation met as to what you thought before coming to Germany till studying and now graduating from your program? Were your expectations met? Yeah.
I would say stepping into Germany was half done,
Okay.
and finishing my education was 75-80% done.
Okay.
almost.
All
But the
right.
main idea was, of course, to get into the heart of biomedical engineering, correct? So
Okay.
to get in the heart of the medical companies. So I'm still on a job search right now, currently.
Okay.
So maybe when I land my job in Germany, when I start my professional career in Germany officially, and
Yeah.
then I believe that that's when 100% of my dreams will be achieved.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, and then I will tell our audience that if you know of job positions in biomedical engineering, don't also hesitate to get to tag our friend here because he is currently looking for a role as he has just graduated from studies in Germany. And you also mentioned that you did a diploma alongside your studies. Can you tell us about this and how it came by?
Oh yes, of course. So a very interesting part of being part of the Heidelberg University is that they have this thing called as 4 EU plus alliance.
What? Can you say it again?
The 4 EU plus alliance.
Okay.
So maybe I can just maybe I have a book here.
Yeah.
So it's the
All right.
4 EU plus alliance.
Okay.
So it is actually a conglomerate or connection of 8 universities right now coming together
Yeah.
and offering different courses to pupils from the university itself.
Okay.
So in Germany, this is exclusive to the Heidelberg University.
Okay.
So through that, I got an opportunity to study a postmaster's diploma in project management,
Okay.
and I have successfully completed a month ago.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And this was all done with an opening conference in Milan University
Oh,
and a closing conference in Warsaw University. And then in between, we had classes online. And we also did a project with SAP.
that sounds so interesting.
Yeah.
So you achieved two things at once. Congratulations,
Thank
I
you
must
very
say.
much.
And now, as we are winding down to the end, I would like to ask you this. What can you tell anybody, somebody who is hopeful about achieving a dream? This is like a bonus question. Somebody who is thinking of achieving a dream and finding it difficult. This dream could be coming to study in Germany.
Okay. So something from my experience that
Yeah.
I can say is that in life, no line is actually straight.
Okay.
I will never say. So sometimes you go up,
Yeah.
sometimes you have achievements,
Yeah.
and sometimes you crash down as well.
Okay.
And it is completely all right to crash down, and you should never feel that you're a failure that time. That is the time you need to regain and build up.
Okay. Never feel that you're a failure. Thank you very much. And I must tell our audience that this is so inspiring, and we love to get people like this to share their experiences and to give motivation to others. That is why the Afro Senate podcast is here. And we are glad that you accepted to give us this interview, to tell our audience, to make our audience understand how things go here, your experience with coming to Germany, with studying here. And we are wishing you a big success. And I hope that when you get your job, your new role, we will come back to discuss it and tell our audience how successful you have become. That will be the interesting part. So we are wishing you a lot of success. Do you have any last word for the audience?
So yeah, so thank you very much for inviting me for this interview as well, and I was also glad to actually share my thoughts and perspectives.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this is just my thoughts and perspectives. So each individual has a different perspective. So
Okay.
don't feel afraid to ask for help or ask for different opinions, and keep an open mind.
Thank you very much. And again, guys, we are grateful. Don't always be afraid to ask for help when it's needed. Thank you for being with us. And we hope that this is going to encourage someone. Thank you and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.